Namaste and hello from Bali. Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are in the world. This is going to be a really fun class where we're going to explore some of the postures that involve the shoulder and knee being in contact with each other. So we'll play around, have some fun. Like always, remember, if you find it challenging, that's just all part of the fun. Just remember, as long as you keep breathing smoothly and steadily through the nose, then the practice is complete. We'll begin facing the short side of the mat. Take the legs out wide, just to where it feels comfortable. We're not trying to go into a deep stretch or anything. Take the right arm up, inhale. As you exhale, take a side bend to reach the right fingertips towards the left toes. Inhale, come back up, reach the left arm up. Exhale, take a side bend towards the right toes. Just find some space through the side body. Inhale, back up, switch the arms. And exhale over to the left. Maybe close your eyes and feel the awareness growing. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over as you exhale to the right. Feel this awareness between your mind, your body, and your breath. Begin to establish this smooth breathing as you stretch from side to side. One more time, each side. Begin to just feel and notice in your body what it's telling you, how you feel right now. Come back to center. Lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee to heel towards your hips. And place the leg back down. Once again, reach the right arm up. Inhale, exhale over to the left. We're stretching through that right side body. Inhale, back to center. This time, place the right hand down, just to the outside of the mat. Sweep the left arm up and shift forward slightly so you can lift your hips up off the mat. Inhale here, we're strengthening. Exhale, lower the hips, sweep everything over. Right arm comes up and over towards the left toes. We're stretching. Inhale, place the right hand back down. Sweep the left arm up, pick the hips up. Maybe press down this time through the sole of the left foot. Lift your right leg up off the mat. So really strengthening. Lower everything back down. Sweep it over to your stretch. Right fingertips towards the left toes. Inhale, place the right hand back down. Sweep the left arm up and over. Maybe pick up the right leg. Oh, and strengthening, feeling that. One more time. We're stretching. And lower the right hand down. Shift the hips forward and up. Everybody now press into the left foot. Pick the right leg up off the mat. And bring the right knee under your hips with the toes pointing back behind you. So we come into this sort of side plank with the right knee down. Stretch now the left fingertips away from the left ankle. Find space through the left side of the body. Pick the left leg up off the mat. Inhale, lower the left foot back down. Stretch through the left side body. We're stretching. And exhale, lift the left leg up. Keep the toes pointing forwards though, so you really feel it on the side of your left hip. We're strengthening there now. Now stretch it out. Lower the left foot down, the left fingertips reach down. One more time. Strengthen the left side of the body. Lift that left leg up. Lower the left foot back down. Press into the sole of the left foot, into the right hand. Lift the right knee up. Bring it just in front of you so you can lower it back down to where we began. Now pick up the left leg, bend the left knee, and place the foot flat. Begin to do a little side crunch towards the left side so that you get some contact between the left shoulder and the left knee. It doesn't matter exactly where it is, but just try and get the left knee as high up towards the left shoulder as you can. You might want to bring the right ankle a little bit closer towards your hips. Place the left hand down in front of the right ankle, the right hand down on the outside of the right knee. Now pick up the left foot off the mat, but still squeeze the knee and the shoulder in towards each other. Begin to get a little bit of a rock. So see if you can rock your weight forward, coming into the hands. Pick the hips up, and maybe you can even then pick up the right leg, really crunch through the abdominals, shift your weight forward a little bit more to place the right knee down underneath the right hip. Extend the left leg back behind you. Maybe adjust if you need to so you're in a tabletop position, except the left leg is still straight back behind you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slowly bring the left leg forward. Keep the leg as high off the floor as you can. Again, you'll feel it in the left hip. That's your gluteus medius. See if you can get the left knee all the way forward to touch the left shoulder. Bend the left knee, place the left foot flat next to the left hand. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward, coming into a little lizard stretch. It might feel good to just move the right leg back a little bit. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the left shoulder and left knee glued into each other. Begin to shift the hips back and straighten the left knee. You don't have to go all the way straight to begin with. We're going to shift forwards towards that lizard stretch, squeezing the glutes, and back, moving towards a straight leg, but don't worry if it doesn't straighten as you shift the hips back. Nice and slow, moving forward and back. Just make sure you keep the shoulder and the knee in contact with each other as much as possible as you move forwards and backwards. Just getting a little bit of glide going between all of the muscles in the thighs, all of the muscles and the fascia. There's a lot going on there. And just moving gently, nice and slowly with activation and mindfulness, we can start to kind of lubricate everything going on in there so that they begin to slide around a little bit better and it feels nicer for us. So one more time, shift back and shift back forward. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up. Same as the way that we came, except the right knee is up this time. Pick up the left leg and bring it all the way around to the side to a three-legged down dog. Lower the foot down a little bit in front of the right foot. We're going to walk our feet up to the front of the mat, but we're going to do it with big circles. So as big as you can, circle your right leg all the way around to the side and then walk a step forward. Then with the left leg up and out to the side and down. One more time, up, then out to the side and down into our standing forward fold. Your knees can bend as much as they need to accommodate this. When you get to the top, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Shift your weight into the left foot. Reach the arms overhead. Pick up the right knee and step now the right foot behind you and over to the left. Place the outside of the foot on the mat and reach your hands over towards the left. So we're stretching through the entire side of the body. Take an inhale, exhale, slowly shift your weight back onto the left leg. Pick up the right leg. Can you kind of come into a tree pose type shape? We're not going to hold this tree pose. We're going to extend the leg all the way out to the side and place it to the back of the mat in a warrior two. Hold here for just a couple of breaths. Try and find a neutral spine. So not in a back bend or anything funky going on. You know, you can always use your hands just to get a feel for where your body is if you need any kind of adjusting. Take one more inhale here and straighten the left knee. Look down towards your right foot. Bend into the right knee and place your right hand down, right by your right foot. Spin the left toes and press down to the outside of the left foot. Shift your weight into your right hand, pick up the right foot and bring it to meet the left, but just out in front. Then pick up the left leg, I know this is complicated, and come into a side plank with the left leg up, bend to the left knee, really pull the left heel towards your hips as much as you can, and place your left foot on the inside of the right thigh. So we come into a tree pose here again, not using our hands. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the hips all the way down to the mat and roll onto your bum. Keep the tree pose shape of the legs. Bring the right hand all the way around to the left knee. Reach the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Take a little side bend here to reach the left hand towards the right toes. Stay here in this slightly twisted kind of forward fold. And breathe. Once again, find that connection between your mind, your body, and your breath. Pay attention to how much the breath can calm not just your body, but also your mind. Pay attention to what your mind's reactions are to what your body is doing. Notice just how much these three things all kind of work in unison. They work together if we pay attention. Good. Come all the way up and bring the left hand now to the back of the mat. Point your right toes over towards the left. We're going to come into a side plank on the other side. Keep your tree pose legs, though. Then release the left foot down. Bring the left shin parallel to the short side of your mat. Once again, we're in this kind of modified side plank with the knee down. Windmill the arms up. Turn your right foot to point towards the front of the mat. Bend the right knee with the right hand on the inside of the knee and allow your right hand to slide all the way down until it gets to the mat. And we have now contact between the right shoulder and the right knee. Reach the left arm up, so we're in a kind of baby extended side angle. And just like we did before in our lizard stretch, we're going to bend into the right knee and slowly straighten it, but keep the shoulder and the knee glued together. So really nothing is moving except the right leg bends and straightens. Just getting a little bit of glide going. One more time. Straighten and bend. Now pick up your right hand and bring it behind the right foot and to the outside of the right foot. Take the left hand to the outside of the right foot and grab onto it. Slowly start to pick that foot up, and we're still on the left knee. Maybe you just play around with straightening the right leg out and bending it. Straighten and bend. What's really going to help is the higher you can get your knee up towards your shoulder, and it gives you a little bit more space to work with. That's better. So, wherever you are, bend the right knee so it's really wrapped around the right arm, and slowly just lower everything down to the mat. Pick up the right hand, swing the left leg all the way forward. Maybe just adjust yourself so you're once again facing the front of your mat. Pick up the right knee, straighten the right leg, pick up the left leg, bend to the left knee, place it down. Reach the left arm up, inhale. Exhale, reach the left hand towards your right toes. Inhale, place the left hand to the left side of you. Shift your weight forward to lift the hips up. Just here for the first one, lower the hips back down. Sweep the left arm up and over. We're stretching. And then place the left hand to the left side of you. We're strengthening. So maybe you just pick up the hips. Maybe you pick up the left leg as well. Lower everything back down. Stretch through the left side body. Inhale, place the left hand, sweep the right arm up and forward, lift the hips, lift the left leg, lower everything back down. Last one, we're stretching and we're strengthening. Pick the hips up, pick the leg up, everyone, and lower the left leg down underneath your hips. Find that nice straight line in this side plank kind of posture with the left knee down, and stretch the right fingertips and the right ankle away from each other. Then lift the right leg up off the mat. Keep the toes pointing forwards and lower everything back down. Stretch through the right side body and lift the right leg up. We're strengthening. Lower everything down. We're stretching. Lift everything back up. We're strengthening. Last one. Lower everything back down. Press into the right sole of the foot and the left hand. Lift the left knee up. Bring it in front of you and lower the hips back down. Pick the right leg up, bend the right knee, place the right foot flat. And again, just do a little bit of a side crunch to bring the right shoulder and the right knee towards each other. Maybe the left ankle can be pulled a little bit closer towards the hips, just to create some space for the right hand to come down just in front of that ankle. The left hand is going to come down on the outside of the left knee. Really squeeze the knee and the shoulder in towards each other and pick the right foot up. So a bit of a funky shape, but we're going to get a bit of a roll going to bring our weight forward into our hands. And maybe you can lift up the left leg and slowly shift it back behind you and extend now the right leg straight back behind you. So adjust if you need to. We want a tabletop position just with the right leg stretched out behind us. Take an inhale. As you exhale, swing the right leg out to the side nice and slow. Keep it as high as you can. And see if you can bring the right knee towards the right shoulder and then bend the right knee and place the foot flat on the outside of the right hand. Get a little bit of a break now with a nice stretch as you engage the glutes to push the hips forward in this lizard lunge. Keep the shoulder and the knee in contact with each other as you straighten the right knee and push the hips back. Move forwards and backwards a few times. Nice and slowly, not going to any point that doesn't feel right. Remember, we're just moving a little bit mindfully, paying attention to what happens when we combine our movement with our breath. One more time. Back. One more time, shift the hips forward, bend into the right knee in our lizard stretch. Tuck the left toes under behind you. Lift the left knee up. Shift your weight into your hands, your left foot, and pick up the right foot and swing it out to the side as much as you can. All the way back into a three-legged downward facing dog. Step the right foot just in front of the left. We're walking the legs up to the front of the mat, but with these big swinging motions of the legs. So left leg up and out to the side and down, step it forward. Lift the right leg up, out to the side, and down, step it forward. Knees can be bent if you need to. Left leg this time up, out to the side. Make these movements as big as you can. Take up as much space as you can. Left leg down to meet the right. Bend the knees if they're not already, so you can just roll up. To stand, shift the weight into the right foot. Reach the arms up overhead. Pick up the left leg. Step the left foot all the way over towards the right side of you, as far over as you can get it. Place the outside of the left foot down and stretch your fingertips over towards the right. Get a nice little stretch through the left side of the body. Come back through center. Try not to let the left foot touch as you just bring it straight up into a tree pose kind of shape, but we're not staying there. We're going to open everything up and slowly, with control, step the left leg back. So we come into a warrior two. Couple breaths here. Remember, you can always do a little shimmying around. See if you can find a neutral posture. Nice and strong through the legs, strong through the glutes. But no matter what, keep your breathing as smooth and steady as you can. Straighten the right knee. Start to bend into the left knee. Look down towards the left toes. Place your left hand right in front of the left toes. Press down through the outside of the right foot. Shift your weight into the left hand. See if you can step your left foot all the way to the outside of the right foot and pick the right leg up. Extend it straight if you can, but then we'll bend the right knee, really pull the right heel towards the hips as much as you can, and place your right leg in that tree pose position in your side plank. One inhale here. As you exhale, lower the hips nice and slowly towards the left wrist. With control, roll onto your butt. Bring the left hand around to the right knee. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take a side bend. Reach the right fingertips towards the left toes. A little twisted forward fold. Sometimes it can be difficult to breathe in postures like this where we're closing the space that we normally breathe into, but it's a good opportunity to learn how to breathe into new spaces. So maybe breathe into the back, breathe into the belly. One more breath. Inhale, rise back up. Place the right hand to the back of the mat. Point the left toes to the right side and press down into that foot to sweep everything up. We've kind of done this before, so kind of stay in that tree pose, but then place the right knee down underneath the right hip into a modified side plank. That's nicer, isn't it? Stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, rise back up. Point the left toes to face the front. Place the left hand on the inside of the left knee and slide the arm all the way down until the hand reaches the mat. Reach the right arm up. Same as before. Keep the contact between the left knee and left shoulder as you straighten the left knee and bend the left knee. So nice and slowly, not going any further than what feels right. You don't have to straighten that left leg all the way. Just moving back and forth nice and smoothly, promoting that glide. And then if it feels right, perhaps begin to stretch the right fingertips towards the left toes as you straighten the left knee. Find a really nice stretch through the right side body. Good. This next one, we'll adjust to bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Make sure that you're kind of wrapping the leg around the arm. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot and shift your weight back a little bit to begin to lift that foot up. Same as before, you can also adjust to bring the shoulder a little bit closer towards the knee. Get it as high up as you can. And you may find that you can begin to just straighten that leg out here in this kind of arm balancy shape. When you're done, bend the left knee and just slide down. Pick up the left arm, swing it back to the front. Straighten the left leg back out. So once again, we're back where we started. So you can just shake it out if you need to. We're gonna go through that sequence again, but adding a little bit more to it. So pick up the right leg, Bend the knee. Bring that foot as close in towards you as you can. Bend the left knee and place the left foot flat. Place the left hand down in front of the right ankle and the right hand down on the outside of the right knee. Side bend to get the knee as high up on that left shoulder as you can. Pick up the left foot and again begin rocking. So you can repeat what we did last time, or maybe you find a little Kundinyasana in between there where you can extend the right leg straight out behind you. Lower the knee down. Bring the left leg back behind you. This time, tuck the toes under. Come into a three-legged down dog. Inhale. As you exhale, take up as much space as you can with the left leg as you bring it out to the side and to the outside of the left hand. Bend into the left knee. Find that contact between the left knee and the left shoulder. In the lizard lunge, this time the right knee is going to stay lifted as we straighten and bend. Once again, just rocking forwards and backwards a few times. Pick the toes up of the left foot as you shift back. So it's really just the knee straightening, but everything else is like a statue and it stays really still. Good. One more time, bend into the left knee and take the leg all the way out to the side. Take as much space as you can into your three-legged down dog and step the left foot just in front of the right. Same as what we did before. We're stepping all the way to the front of the mat, but really working out those hips as we bring the leg up and out to the side to lower it down as we step forward. So right leg up, out to the side, and down. Bend into the knees to roll yourself up to stand. Shift the weight into the left leg, pick up the right leg, and step it behind the left over to the side. Maybe you go a little bit deeper than you did last time. The outside of the right foot is on the mat. Stretch both fingertips over towards the left, and then step back into the left leg. Pick up the right knee, out to the side, swing it around, take up as much space as you can, step back into your warrior two. This time we'll straight away straighten the left leg, look down at the right toes, place the hand down, place the left sole of the foot flat on the mat, step your right foot back there to meet it, come through a side plank, immediately pick up the left leg, bend the left knee. Find your tree pose shape of the legs. Inhale, exhale, lower the hips down towards the wrists. Maybe just pause here. Keep pressing through the shoulder nice and strong, but feeling a really good stretch through the right side of the body. And then lower the hips down. Take the right hand all the way around to the left knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale. Take the left hand to the right toes. Inhale, back up. Place the left hand back behind you. Really press the left foot into the inside of the right thigh. Maybe adjust, get ready. We're going to lift up into a side plank with the tree pose shape of the legs. And then we'll just lower that left leg down. Take some of the weight, make it a little bit easier. Get a little stretch here. Inhale, exhale, windmill everything around. Swivel the right foot to face the front in a little baby warrior two, but we're going to make this a mama warrior two. So bring the left foot to the back of the mat, pick up the left knee, and move yourself into a warrior two here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide the right hand down the right shin until it reaches the floor. You can use a block as well if that's just not happening for you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the right shoulder and the knee best friends. They don't like to be separated as you just bend and straighten into the right leg. So just same as before, just taking it up a notch by having the left knee up off the mat this time. You can always lower that left knee back down though. As you shift back, you might even find a cool little stretch by bending into the left knee. Oh, that's nice. All right, enough of that. Let's move on. So right hand is going to come behind and to the outside of the right foot. Get a little bit lower. See if you can just get the right shoulder underneath the right knee. The closer you can get the knee up towards the top of your shoulder, the easier this will be. Take the left hand to the outside of the left foot, and guess what? If you fall, then you're in the perfect position for what's coming next. However, what we're going for is just to balance on the left foot and the right hand, with our left hand holding up our right foot. And you can begin to straighten, maybe just go back and forth again, straighten and bend. But we'll slide everything down, pick up the left foot, swivel it back to the front. We're back where we started. Extend the right leg straight. Bring the left ankle in towards your hips. Pick up the right leg, bend it, and place the right foot flat. The right hand comes down in front of the left ankle. Left hand to the outside of the left knee. Do a little side bend. Let those two friends be close to each other, the right shoulder and the right knee. Pick up the right foot and begin getting a little bit of a rock. So, try and get the hips up first. If that works for you, really crunch through the abdomen and push through the shoulders to lift that leg up. Okay, this all comes with practice. Maybe eventually you can extend the left leg straight back behind you. And we'll lower the left knee down. Extend the right leg straight back behind you in our tabletop pose, but we're going to lift the left knee up and come into a three-legged down dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale, take the right leg out to the side, as much space as you can, and place the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Little lizard stretch. Same as before. The shoulder and the knee are friends. We don't want to separate them. So as you just move to straighten and bend the right knee, pushing the hips forward and back. Keep the shoulder and the knee in contact with each other. One more time. Straighten the right knee. Bend the right knee. Press into the hands. Release the right foot off the mat. Take it out to the side. Take up as much space as you can all the way back into your three-leg down dog, and just step it one step forward from the left. Reach the left leg up, out to the side, and down. You can do this with bent knees. Makes it a little bit easier if you're getting really tired at this point. Bent knees are fine. Just do what feels right for you. All the way to the top. Bend the knees, roll up to stand. Shift your weight into the right leg, pick up the left leg. Inhale, exhale, step the left leg behind the right. Outside of the left foot comes down to the mat. Reach the arms up over your head and point the fingertips towards the right. Stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale, shift your weight back into the right leg. Nice and slowly with control. Pick up the left knee. Bring it out to the side as if you're going to go into a tree pose, but we'll step straight back into that warrior two. Just as a transition, straighten the right knee. Look down towards your left foot. Swivel the feet round if you need to. Place the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Shift your weight into the right foot and the left hand. Step the left leg all the way to the back of the mat and pick up your right leg. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Bend the right knee. Really pull the heel towards your butt as much as you can and bring the right leg into that tree posture. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Press strong through the left shoulder as you lower the hips all the way down to the mat, nice and slow. Maybe take a moment here, snap a photo for Instagram, make a pretty mudra with your hands, and slowly lower the hips down to the mat. Legs are still in tree pose. You may even be off your mat a little bit, that's fine. Take the left hand to the right knee, inhale the right arm up, exhale, take a little stretch, inhale, come back up. You can always pause the video and stay there if you want. Turn the left toes to face the side. Really press the right foot into the inside of the left thigh and pick the hips up. So we're in our tree pose on the other side, then lower the right leg down. Let that right leg take your weight and stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale, exhale. Come up, swivel the left toes to face the front, bend into the right knee. We're going to swivel the right leg around so we turn our baby warrior two into a proper full-on warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, slide the left hand down the inside of the left shin until the hand comes down to the floor or a block. Same as before. Reach the right arm up. The left shoulder and the left knee are friends. They want to stay together as we just shift the left leg straight and bent. Straight and bent. Do this as many times as you want. One more time for me. If you're with me, we'll now pick up the left hand, bring it behind the left foot to place it on the outside. Maybe just lower down a little bit so you can get the left shoulder to the back of the left knee as much as possible. Take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Begin to pick it up. So you can always just stay here. Remember, you can repeat what we did on the other side with the right knee down. Maybe you're like, oh, that's as far as I'm going, and that's cool. When you're ready, we'll just slide that leg down. Back to where we started. Pick up the left leg. Shimmy yourself back to face the front. Bring the left foot flat. Bring the right foot flat. So we're kind of in a position like we're about to give birth to something. Bring both shoulders to the inside of the knees. Let them be by their friends. And if you can, bring the hands out to the side behind you. Maybe allow the feet to slide away. Slowly come into what's called a tortoise pose. And you don't have to have your legs straight. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Just breathe wherever you are. Maybe close your eyes and think about how grateful you are for your body and all of the awesome things it does. Take this moment to tell yourself, remind yourself how lucky you are to move through each and every day, doing everything that you do because your body allows it. I think sometimes we're hard on our bodies, but they do a lot for us. So coming out of this is not always so easy. Shimmy yourself out. Bring the feet wide once more. Place your hands behind you. Pick the hips up. Slowly stand up. And we'll try one more arm balance. So bend into the knees. We're going back to that same position we were in before, this time standing up. And squeeze the knees on the outsides of the shoulders, just as high up as you can. Bring the hands back behind you. If your hands don't come down to the mat at this point, that's fine. Okay, it takes a lot of wrist flexion. So what we're gonna do is bend the elbows and slowly sit back on our upper arms. And as we shift our hips back to sit into those upper arms, then maybe the hands come down. Or we can stay here, or slowly begin to pick up the legs, maybe start to straighten the knees. I do have a full tutorial post on Basana, which is what we're doing here on my Patreon. So if you join that, you can see that. We'll just slowly come all the way back down after we do that fun little arm balance. Extend the legs straight out in front and roll onto your back. And we'll take a moment here just to make any movements that you feel you need in your body. Some twists are always a good idea, so you can take the right knee towards the chest and then roll it over to the left as you look over your right shoulder towards the right hand, towards the right hand. Just allow your breath to slow, allow your mind to relax, and your body to come into a sense of restfulness. Switch over, take a twist on the other side, or continue making whatever movements you feel you need. You can take the left knee over towards the right, look over at your left fingertips extending away from you. Feel your breath slowing down. Come back to center if you're with me. Maybe hug your knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. And if you would like, you can now take the feet to the corners of the mat, palms facing up, or whatever position feels good for you, to just take a few moments to relax. I like to always remind you that relaxing, it's, sometimes not as sexy or impressive as all the cool arm balances and stuff, but rest is just as important. Not just for the body, but for the mind. And thank you once again for joining me. I will see you here again. Namaste.